Just a couple of clips, just a little bit.
How long? Like, how many viewers does Tate get on this stuff?
On Rumble, they get more on YouTube. 458,000 views on Rumble. But they repost clips of it on YouTube and they all go viral. But just Rumble, he's brought over this platform had no viewership. And he came and now he's got 500,000 people that used to watch him on YouTube when he got banned. And they're like, I'll just watch him on Rumble. Converted. That's legit power.
Will he only post the full thing on Rumble?
Yes, he's like, I'm done with YouTube. Catch me exclusively on Rumble. That's his thing. He has
he
has a deal with
clips?
Rumble. Just like random people, you can screen record this, post it. Just want to get your thoughts on it. Because I know you don't watch this stuff, so I want to discuss it with you just a little bit.
Yeah, we're back.
We're back. What's up, guys? Give me ones in the chat if the audio is good. We should be good though. We have a fantastic team behind the scenes here.
Yeah.
So are we good on Rumble? Are we live now on there and everything?
Let's see.
Yeah. Let's see, guys. We're making sure that we're good on Rumble and everything else like that before we.
But we'll be there safely, man.
But we got a lot.
We
to talk
traveled
about.
20 hours plus.
Yeah.
To see
From
Andrew.
Vegas.
You worked hard, bro. We appreciate it.
Yeah.
For
From
real,
Vegas
man.
to Bucharest.
It's been far too long since we've done a fresh.
Yes, it's been a very long.
All
time.
these women are out of control again. Again. Running around, being around, talking about traditional values that they need. They sit down and say, you know what? I need a man who makes $100,000 a week, and I want a man with traditional values. He's a masculine man who's going to take care of me, and he's going to marry me. Bro, you're a hoe. It blows my mind. Every time I watch your show, traditional values, they went out the door when you spread your legs 55 times. What are we talking about traditional values for?
So Andrew, I'm not trying to get put back in jail. I know when you're around these guys, you like to say outrageous things.
They're kind of nerdy dudes.
They are.
I'm not trying.
But they've popped off.
Like, you've observed this, like they're kind of nerdy.
Oh, that's your initial reaction. Yeah, they're all, dude. Tate is it like he was a full dweeb, but through sheer living and embodying every word he says, it's crazy, bro. Like the biggest dweeb of them all is now top G. That's literally what it is. Like, which shows like on any level of the spectrum, dude, if you through discipline and hard work is what he says, dude, you can accomplish anything. And that's like the universal message.
Mm.
These sluts, bro. They all want to get married now. They're all trying to try the tradcon route. No, I want to get married. I want to get married. You don't want to get married because you want to be a man's wife. You want to get married because you want to show off on Instagram. You want to publicly cuck the man, put him in a position of servitude and slavery. You want to get down on one knee and you want to get a photo of it and a big fat diamond, and you want to wear a dress and look pretty, and you put all over Instagram and say to all the other hoes, look what I got my slave to do. My slave pass. Few years before, a bus pass and no hopes. Managed to get in between your legs and takes a fucking goal. For free! So don't talk about being a wife or traditional values unless you live traditionally.
I'm going.
You're going to jail. If you're a virgin,
going to jail.
If you're a virgin, you can come at me with that stuff. Otherwise, behave yourself. What else has been happening since I've done a fresh and fit? You still can't park. They're letting you fly planes. They're letting you fly planes. That's a mistake. They should not let women fly planes because women panic under pressure. Anyone who thinks women should be a pilot, I have a simple test.
Kinda real.
Go get yourself a nice.
So you agree with that hot take?
Yeah, just based
Male
on
pilots. It should be male pilots. Do we agree that our
I mean,
yeah, we should have a male. Like, I would feel safer with a male pilot.
sure.
Would you not? Would you, if you had to choose, would you say, yeah, I'd prefer a female pilot?
I don't think I'd have a preference.
That's the safe answer.
We don't want to hurt anybody. And say, think fast and throw the ball at them and watch them panic. Do it at a man, he'll move, he'll dodge it, he'll catch it. Throw it at a chick. Let me ask you, if you're on a plane, it's turbulence, you're going through the sky,
Oh my
things going
gosh.
off, lightning striking, etc. Plane starts getting out of control. Do you want your pilot to go,
No!
You're now in a desperate scenario where you must quickly and urgently become rich enough to buy your own plane, or a woman will fly you around. That's effectively suicide. What else has happened?
They're saying Andrew Tate in the chat.
Yo, let's go.
They're saying Old Tate is back.
Yo, Old Tate
Old Tate is back.
Old Tate is fucking back. Let's fucking go. Let's go. Old Tate don't tell the conservatives what they already know. I'm just going to say, ask your leaders. I don't care. America's a failed society. It's failing in real time. And I haven't been there for a while because I've been a bit busy. But you guys can tell me, what am I missing in Miami? Are the girls better or worse?
My friend, I must report to you, it has gotten worse. And actually speaking, does it get any better? No.
I need a fucking cigar too.
But I do think that, like, on some level,
What the
we want
fuck?
you guys back in Miami, though.
Joy, before we go to
When you can, of course.
I'll enjoy it. I'm about to go to jail with y'all.
Yo,
Let's fucking go.
boys, shooting the shit. We're back in Romania, bro. What's fucking good? Yo, Andrew, question for you, bro. So you mentioned traditional women.
Yeah.
Where do you find them nowadays? Where do you find these women, bro?
You have to fuck. It's the thing. Bro, I'm gonna get so much trouble. On a level of 1 to 10, how much trouble do you want me to get?
Zero. You say how much?
Actually, you know what? Nah, fuck it. I ain't a little bitch. I ain't scared of jail. Go for it. I ain't scared of jail. Let him have it.
Here's the problem with these girls obsessed with traditional masculinity or traditional roles, even though it's all a scam and it's a good joke. Because they're starting to realize, women catch on slow, but they're starting to realize being a hoe really ain't that cool. So now they're going to come along and say, oh, I don't want to be a hoe, I want traditional values, etc. One of two things happens. Firstly, you find a traditional woman because you have to make a traditional woman. You can't find a woman, you have to make a woman. You have to
The
teach
dude on
her
the
and
left,
guide
bro,
her.
is
She
just-
has to learn from you. She has to grow from you. So you need to find a woman early enough in her career path of running around dating men before her to do anything detrimental to her psyche where she cannot absorb the lessons which you want to preach upon her. Therefore, you need to meet a woman without that much experience, which means she has to be relatively young. You're not going to meet a 4-year-old woman who ain't been on her back. So you need to find a
Jeez, dude. He's so quick with it.
This is what I'm saying. You're okay. Yes, that's a great realization, dude. He's 4 minutes in. Nobody has said anything. He's fully like, just run it. And this is,
It's just not ideal.
but everything he
Like,
said.
why-
Do you have an issue with anything he said?
No. I don't. But I'm just saying, like, how is this like conducive to the podcast?
Well, we're only 4 minutes in. He's already started it off with a bang. He knows, bang, camera's rolling. Yo, is the mic good? Are we going? Tate just goes in. Women, da-da-da-da. Viewership's going crazy. That's a clip. A minute in, you've already got a viral clip of Tate screaming about how women can't park. I want a male pilot. He's drawing eyeballs. This exact video on YouTube has millions. But on Rumble, Tate is able to bring people over. Subscribe on Rumble. Like, the draw that he has. So we're recognizing the personality and the character of Tate is so polarizing, right? So there's genuine eye draw from the fact that, okay, I recognize what he's doing, and he's, like you just said, effective, quick, right?
say young. I'm saying younger, 23, 24, etc. That's the first thing. The second thing.
But you can see how easy it is to attack him.
Mm-hmm.
Where he's like, oh yeah, he's talking about only young women, da-da-da. Bro, come on, dog.
Sorry to text my wife.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll come up with a theory recently. I think most women end up being hoes because they're obsessed with the idea of monogamy from a high-level male, and it destroys their mind and life by extension.
This is-
When they get
this
a
is
man
fire.
Who could take care of them, who knows how to make money, who knows how to educate them, who can guide them, protect them, provide for them, be a good man to them. They're with him. The second he fucks something else, they leave because they're told men aren't supposed to cheat. This
Yes.
is terrible. And then they go and try and find another guy, and they go through the cycle again, and he cheats, and they leave. And after they've been through it 6 or 7 times, by then they're stone cold ruthless sluts because their pussy's been used too much, and that's what happens when you've been through enough dick. You're like, well, I'll just go get a new dick. I'll just go get a new dick, and before you know it, constantly chasing monogamy has these girls on a carousel of cock. They need to give all that up. Find
A carousel of cock, dude. This is all off the top of the dome. This is not scripted. This
Dude,
dude,
said these things plenty of times though.
I've never heard him say carousel of cock. Bro, you'll see, dude. But, okay, any disagreements with that statement? Any issues with it? Reactions? Because everything that's coming out of his mouth, fully controversial, which is why he draws eyeballs. It's like, don't listen to that. He's a menace to society. We need to cancel him. We need to throw him in jail. Look at the message he's spreading. Genuinely listen to the message, right? What we just heard. The statement of women chasing monogamy from a high-level man. and then leaving, and now they've, right? He's speaking from experience, dude. He's not making this up. He's lived it.
I mean, I'm sure that applies to a lot of people, but
We got to keep going, right?
I don't know if that's the reason.
What are you seeing? Any disagreements? Or I feel like you're leaning more towards, yeah, it makes sense. Just seeing, like, I'm watching your...
Dude, again, right? Like, I'm watching this for my own entertainment, but, like, there's already so much that he's spoken about. Like, I'm just already thinking about what's going to happen when we stop the video and then we just talk about it.
What do you mean?
Like, I'm already thinking about what's going to happen when you pause the video and now we have to freaking talk about what's being said. Because he's talking about a lot of things.
Right?
He's made a lot of comments.
Right?
So what are we going to say? Oh, yeah, I liked when he said this, or I liked when I said that.
I don't know. I just want to get your thought, because I'm like... Okay,
I mean,
I'll keep going.
this is very common Andrew Tate, but like, yeah, I mean, it's funny, it's entertaining, it's like, I would say it's like 3/4 truths sprinkled with like exaggeration and
Okay.
you know.
Okay.
Who you love very much, and when he cheats, just say to him, "I love you very much. Good job, baby. Here's a coffee." Done. And then you can stop being a hoe.
Yeah, right. As if like the self-respect of them, it's like it's not owed for the man to be monogamous.
That was... Okay, that was... I think that was satirical.
You think so?
That was satirical.
You think he's BSing there?
Yeah. I've seen enough of his content to where no woman is going to actually go through with that.
Well, why is he saying it?
Because you got to be able to decipher the parts that are... There's parts he's satirical and there's parts... Bro, what?
Bro, it's hurting my ears. Yeah, we don't have to do...
Okay, we don't have to lock in. Okay, we'll keep going.
Sleep thing. A lot of women don't. I mean, America's a particularly failed. Tristan's problem. I thought you changed it.
All day is back. Nigga, all day is back. Whoa. All you fucking faggots talking shit about Andrew. Andrew's boring. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah,
We're here. Motherfuckers.
What's the matter, Tristan? But I actually think, okay,
Let's go.
America's a failed society where a lot of them try and be 304s and OnlyFans girls and hoes, etc. But there's a lot of girls who end up just sleeping with too many men because they're obsessed with masculine monogamy. They get the idea out of your mind. Women, get out of your head. You're gonna get cheated on by the big G. You're gonna get cheated on by the guy at KFC. He could be the first man who's ever fried chicken in Kentucky. He could be the last man who's ever fried chicken in Kentucky. One of them's rich, one of them's poor. Both are fucking. So you can get over it. Get over it. Make your man a sandwich and be good.
Andrew, are you...
And then you can stop fucking running around sucking dick. That's what's gonna happen. Bro, if a girl were to leave me, the top G, because I slept with someone else, she's gonna end up with who? With who? Some G. Some shit replacement. And then when he does it, she's gonna run off to some other guy, heartbroken and forever alpha widowed into eternity. Her pussy's still mine. It's still laying in my bed. I ain't even seen her in years. Her soul's still in my bedroom. No one can take it. No one's ever getting it back. I'll go to jail. Tristan will go to jail. I'll go to jail. Her soul and pussy's still in my bed. And some dude's out there like, oh, baby, I love you. Why are you mad all the time? You know what? Maybe if I marry you and show you I'm a real man, and I'll cuck myself to you publicly on your Instagram page because I'm mature and I'm grown up and I'm a real man, and all those guys that run around with all those pretty girls with low body counts, they're immature. I'm mature and I'm not threatened by your past. I'm not insecure. Marry me, please. And I'll get down on one knee and beg like a pussy. Bro, I will kneel before God alone. You can put a gun in my face and say I'm gonna shoot you in the head if you don't kneel down and say you better fucking shoot me. I ain't kneeling to some chick. Cause I've heard her version of her history and I only believe 10% of her story. You think I get down on one fucking knee and beg? Oh, please marry me. I've only been paying your bills for the last 2 years. What the fuck? Begging? Bro, she should be begging me to keep paying for her shit. But I am fuming that my brother here refuses to be misogynistic enough to put us back in jail.
Andrew.
Or I'm down. I'm turning it up. I'm turning it on. Let's go. I am ready.
Tristan, Andrew, yesterday was Valentine's Day.
Well, it's still Valentine's Day.
Well,
So guys, remember, it's still in America.
So, for the guys watching, what you get your girl for a gift?
Well,
for
I'll
B-Day?
tell you what I gave my girl.
What'd you get her?
I sent her a link to this podcast. Watch me live. So, baby, I know you're watching.
Oh God.
Enjoy this show.
Yo, you guys want to hear a funny story? Literally, right before this, we had dinner. So, Tristan's there with one of his girls, right? And she's sorry. This is fucking crazy to me. We're supposed to talk about Russia and Putin, and these niggas just did this shit out of
Let's talk
nowhere.
about Russia.
I'm like, what's going on?
Let's talk about Russia.
So,
You think Putin takes shit from us?
No.
You think Putin's putting up with any of their shit? You can go to Putin and say, you better get on one knee and beg for me. How much money do you make? He's Putin, bro.
Yo,
Not at all.
so I'm like, oh.
I gotta text you, hold
on. She goes to Ukraine, and Tristan's like, oh, you mean Russia?
I do say that to Ukraine. I do say that to Ukraine.
Yo, I was like, yeah, but you Western Russia, okay. And she's like, no, Ukraine. And she's like, no, you mean Russia? Or Western Russia?
Take it over. I do say that. I've been known to say that to Ukraine.
And he said, okay, your Valentine's gift is you're gonna drink wine by yourself and watch me on this podcast. He's not kidding. He said to the
I've
link.
always dreamed of a traditional family, they say. I've always wanted to be raised in a man and a woman in the house, and we have the kids. I've always dreamed of a traditional family. You dream of it now, you're 20-fucking-9. You didn't when you were 18.
Too late.
You were partying. Where you fucking running around the boats with your tits out? Oh, now you're 29, you're dreaming of a traditional family. Who's paying for it? Me. Bruh.
Yep.
Bro, you think I'm fucking stupid? They think I'm dumb? I'm I'm on the internet telling you I'm onto you. I'm onto your whole game. I know the whole scam. I'm famous on the whole world for knowing this shit. You still gonna try it with me? Bro, make me a sandwich.
We have some chats here from Rumble.
Yo, fucking crazy.
Leopard Bruin says,
That's awesome.
can't say his name. Never take a shit from women that are involuntarily single. Instincts, okay? We have here as well, let's see, a bunch of these.
Hey guys, we're gonna read only 100 Knuckle Rumble Ranches because we got a lot to cover.
So like read thing. People send $100 for them to read a line.
100.
$100. So you're like, we're only reading 100 and up, which is donations for the stream.
Almost 2 years for this.
Yeah,
It's been a long time.
a long time.
You guys were waiting a
We gotta do another panel show. I gotta come to Miami.
And he's scrolling through them, and they'll like pick. They don't even read every single one. They're like, we'll go through the best ones out of the.
Everyone tries to do it. And then I slept with that one there. Can't remember her name. Slept with her after the podcast. Took her back. All these moves, and everyone's like, "Oh, I want to do it." I did it first. I'm the fucking originator. I need to go there, get them all there. Taekwondo. Back to the original. We need some, bro.
Remember, she was like, because I remember that one. The girl was like, wait, I can fight guys off, and you were like, what do you do?
How recent is this?
10 days ago.
You watched George Janko's podcast with Andrew
Yep.
Tate,
Yeah, yeah.
right?
He was very censored, but he was like getting to the gist of it.
Who was censored?
Tate, where he was like more. This was like a jokey with the boys type of vibe. Like he's with the boys and he's like trying to make them laugh.
Yeah, I mean, dude, I don't really find this like very entertaining. Like just straight up.
Yeah.
I mean, there's funny parts. Obviously, there's a lot of humor. Like
Yeah.
most of the time, humor comes from like I was saying earlier, it just
Yeah.
comes from, just things that you just weren't expecting.
Yeah.
Like the off weird stuff of reality is
Yeah.
what's funny,
Yeah.
and that's what this is.
Yeah.
But like, I actually don't like hearing people talk about women like this,
I
even
agree
in
with
a
that.
joking way.
I agree with that. But I'm trying to get to the more, like there was some hard hitting stuff.
Yeah, of course, right? Like then.
But
let's
you're right.
freaking-
This is too far with the
Let-
women stuff.
bro. We have freaking daughters. Can you imagine?
That's a good point.
Let's say worst case scenario, right? Our daughters fall off the wagon for a smaller period of time, like they're lost, right? Genuinely lost. And then there's dudes like Andrew Tate coming in
Oh, geez.
and just like basically
ruining
just,
their
like,
life. Yeah.
ruining them.
Yeah,
Like
that's true.
like creating like
That's a good
almost
point.
like mentally just like
Disabled.
mentally
handicapped.
disabling them, like making them go through like these mental gymnastics
It's
where
true.
like they're almost like, wait, what if this guy's actually saying it's true? It's like he's paying my bills. Like maybe I should freaking drop down to my knees and just suck his wang anytime he wants me to. Like think about that. It's just like, I don't know, dude. Maybe it's just because it's really late and I'm thinking about it like things this way, But but it's like kind of.
I
It's
can't
like,
argue with that, man. Yeah.
you know,
When you put the daughter spin on it, yeah, it's like, would I want my daughter dating Andrew Tate? Like, probably not.
actually, isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
And you've been talking
But
all
the-
about this dude.
The message.
If
Yeah,
I have a feeling
a
that it's
nuance.
more so just because he's really
trying to look
popular
cool.
right now. So I
Yeah.
think you're trying to piggyback off that. But maybe there's other popular people that we could be piggybacking off of as well, as opposed to this guy.
Bro, I need you. I can't do this alone. In terms of like doing the vision, and maybe,
Okay, then what's your why?
bro, I got to figure that out. And maybe that's why we're not locked in to the point where we can do this consistently.
Yeah,
We're-
because
we're both at a point financially where we can like have, like you said, the free time, right? I'm adding that to my why, or we can sit down and do this for the sake of the greater good.
and then also too, it's just like maybe we don't have like the same like vision of what this could be, you know?
Can we flesh this out?
Yeah, I think for me, like when I think about like let's say this pops off, it's not necessarily the monetary benefit that I think about. I think more so
Right.
about like just the general positive influence I could have. That's
I love
actually
that.
it's actually more that because I already have
Dude, you're spitting bars right now.
I already have like the freedom of time like vertical in my life.
Right.
I already have that. So like that, you know, I don't have a similar why with you with that.
Dude, I'm shedding that as we speak. And I've been going through this transformation of like thinking, talking with Emma about it. Like my initial dream of like being an actor has been so warped now as I'm seeing like what Hollywood is and the Satanists and all these things, where I'm like, I wanted almost to, before I joined the church, I was like realizing like it looked so tempting to sell your soul initially, where I didn't realize like, oh, all these people sell their souls for the perks. And I just am so focused on the perks. And that's how the Satanists convince these Hollywood elites to sell their souls, is look at all the benefits. You get to be in the cool kid club. You get to go to parties. We'll pay you. We'll protect you. All you have to do is give us your soul. And that's what the adversary, as I learn and progress, like, oh, that's what the adversary does. I'm like, I've been fooled. I've been bamboozled to think, you know, the perks of looking like the cool guy,
The perks of fame.
yeah, being the big man on the screen, being photographed with all the models, that everybody sells their souls, and you're in the group of the soulless, basically. And now I'm realizing I'm shedding like, oh, my why was always to be the cool guy, to be the big man in the room, to be the top G. It's like, oh, I dream of that. But thankfully, through the gospel lens, I'm slowly realizing, even right now, like, dude, I had such a warped, like, I was teetering on the line of like, oh man, but maybe if I don't, like, I can kind of sell my soul a little bit, but still keep it.
So you were like, those were actually thoughts that were going through your mind.
When?
Like, you just said that you were thinking about that, like back then.
Before I joined the church, I didn't realize like all of those perks. I was just like, oh yeah, like you just get those perks if you're an actor.
Right. But then I was confused at what you were talking about. Like, should I sell part of my soul? I was confused.
No,
about that.
yeah. Before it's like, it's not blatantly that, but it's basically, that's what it is. Like, oh, I can still be a family man and be a part of the club and still promote the church, but still live contrary to the church. And I realize now, as I'm saying all this, it's the teeter-totter of like,
Can't serve two masters.
yeah, going back and forth of like, well, trying to justify like, well, I'm in the church and I do this, and maybe that ties back into like we were talking about not going to second hour. And I'm like, maybe there's a lot of areas where I'm 1 foot in, 1 foot out, where I'm like, well, I'm going to first hour, but I don't need second hour. And like having my own realizations of like, okay, it's deeper than just not going to second hour. It's like, how does that pertain to like the big picture of my life and my relationship with not the Savior and not this, but just the church itself and
Or
like
what about
service.
What about the relationship that your family has to God and that your family has to the
Bro,
church.
I literally had this thought the other day. It might have been like yesterday, where I was like, when I was preaching to my parents before they got baptized, and the place that I was in and the place that I'm in now, like the honest truth is like, I've fallen from where I was when I was teaching them. Like genuinely, like now I'm like, well, trying to justify like certain behaviors that are like very questionable.
Like what?
These are the generalities.